Okay, I've edited this image using the same steps as the last one, so I'm just going to show you a couple of wee things in here. If I take the pen tool and I zoom in here, and this is to do with cloning. See this image here? This part of the area here, which is the reflection from the steel rule that I've used. So I'm going to put the pen tool round there and just curve it round. It's a straight edge, so from there to there I can take it round and then do this. Okay, and then close it, make a selection, okay, take the paintbrush, which is still set at the black, and paint that out. Right, I now need to kind of close this in slightly so that it matches up and we don't have any artifacts like this in it. With this already selected, just simply go select inverse, if it will let me do it. Let's just check, it has. I just checked there so I can see now that it's an inverted selection. I'm then going to take the clone stamp tool and I need to join up these edges. So I'll do this in a new layer. So select everything's there, create a new layer, make sure it's on current and below, go in here, hold down Alt to choose my copy point, and then just paint in. Right, I can see already that that's at 47%. I'll take it up to 100 to make the video quicker. Do this how you see you want it done. Right. So then I can do that, and I can then go back in here and start to blend it up towards there, and you'll get the idea of it, and just keep going back and forward. But that saves you making a second selection to it and just tidy up the image. That tiny bit of silver there is coming from the ruler. That's the reflected colour from the ruler, or the reflection from the ruler. So I would then go in and remove that, and I could do that simply by selecting around this area here. Remember, I'm in a new layer as well, and painting that out like so. And it's going to go wrong in here, right? So it's now corrected that, it's now copied that. So if I go back in here and I just paint and I release the mouse every now and again, just so it doesn't copy, like so. And it's as near as, damn it, I'm going to just take that to there a wee bit. So we've got that area there that's now causing a slight issue here. I'm going to deselect. You can see along this here, because of the selection, it's still got some of the edge. How you blend that away. I'm quite happy with what's happened there because I'm zoomed in at 175%. I'm going to go Control and E, which merges both together. I'm going to take the brush, soft edge, take the brush size down where I can control the brush. Right, I'm not wanting to paint over that line. I want to paint close to it. So if I go there, just to check how much it takes out of that area. So in this case, I'm going to have to paint over it. So I'll paint over a tiny bit. Then I'll start there, hold down Shift, and paint there, hold down Shift, and Shift. And the reason I'm going back and forward over it is because it will take up the same line. So I've let go of Shift, I'm starting again. There's an anomaly in there. That area there I want to blend out, so I'm going to click about there. The reason I'm doing this is each time you use the brush, you'll notice it eats in. I'm not painting over the edge, I'm just letting the feather of the brush eat into it. Right, so that's how you could get rid of that. Again, not perfect, but it allows you to see what's going on. You can see the mistake down there. You would do it tidier. You know already, or you've seen already, using the remove tool, that works. With any luck, that works, yes. But we've got areas here that there's too many to get through. So there's a way, a very quick way of getting rid of these without painting through them or anything like that. And that is simply by, I'll take this area here, I'll do 2 or 3 for you just to let you see where it works and where it doesn't work. I'm going to take the lasso tool, and I'm still on this layer. If you want, make a copy so that you're not stepping back and you can just release that layer. And I'm going to draw in here, just roughly. Random edges, your eyes don't follow it as much. Okay, and this is just to take care of a lot of it. I can't go too close to any of the edges. So notice that I'm doing that. I'm not going close to any of the edges where what we're about to do will affect. Then go to filter and then go to blur and Gaussian blur. Right, 4.1, and you can see it's getting rid of most of them. I can take it higher. 6.4. Let's just go for 6.4. And then I'm going to go deselect. So if I turn that on and off, you can see the difference. Some areas doing this won't work. But what you don't want to do is go too close to another edge when you do this. So just going in there. Seems a lot of work. Make sure there's no dust on your image before you start, unlike me. And then just go filter. That worked. It's already set at the default blur. Just click it there. So it's gone. So hopefully you get the idea with that. And this works with all colours. There is certain surfaces it doesn't work with. It works best with a solid colour rather than textured. And it also works down here where we have straight edges. So I want to show you this one as well, so you get the idea of what to do with this. I then change it in here to the polygonal lasso tool, and I click once there. Now there's a registered trademark sign there, so I don't want to go near that. And I'm going to go down here. Again, not going too close to any edges. Anything else like that there, I can clean up with the other brush. So I'm going to go back up here. I'm not going to worry about it. In here, up there, up there. And I'm just going to do it section by section. Filter, Gaussian blur. It's still there, it's still effective. Now, because of the surface of this, it's got a slightly textured surface, it causes a lot of dust to gather on it. And that was it with a blower before I even shot it. So you get the idea. This works great for reflections as well, works well for smoothing out any surfaces perhaps you want to do. Also, if you want to get rid of fingerprints, which you shouldn't have, but they happen. Filter, Gaussian blur. So that's tidied up all that. You can see that already. If I deselect, Control and D, you can see it's quite clean. It's not perfectly clean, but now I can go in and do that. There's a lot of programs running for me just now, so, and then I can go in here, I can take it down in size and do that, going, that hair there, going. You get the idea. That's how you can clean up images if you need them cleaned up, especially larger areas of dust, or if you're wanting to smooth out any reflections. You've seen already how to do it with the windows in architecture. So I'm just going to take the last one there, and I'll just go with the lasso tool just to let you see this. Right, I'm not going to do the entire image. This is the last piece I'm going to do, and I've came quite close to that edge. Filter, Gaussian blur, deselect. So if I zoom out, and you can see it in there, and you can see it in there. If I turn that layer on and off, it's not the biggest of differences, but if that was being printed, it's a massive difference. And it works up here as well.